Hey there, my name's Marissa and welcome to my channel. Going to be talking about accountability today. In my opinion, accountability is giving people the permission to tell you hard things so that you can grow, or just calling you out. When it comes to accountability, you need to be especially two things: humble and teachable. Humble enough to acknowledge that there are areas in your life that you got to work on so you can grow. That's important. But also teachable to apply the counsel and advice that people give you to your life so that you can adapt, change, grow, and be better than you were yesterday. When I was in college or just graduating high school and about to go into college, I moved in with some friends from church, a family, the Warners, Brandon and Rachel Warner, and we would always have these courageous conversations, as Rachel calls them. Now, mind you, these are not conversations I wanted to have. These are not conversations I sought out or anything like that, but they are conversations that we would have where they would be very intentional to talk about areas in my life that I needed to grow and work on, talk about things that were challenges, and just give me the tools, give me the steps I needed so that I could adapt and grow, because they had my best interest in mind. They didn't tell me the things I wanted to hear, ever. They never do that. But they told me things that were beneficial for me so that I could grow, and called out areas in my life that I needed to work on. When you have courageous conversations, when you have people who are accountability partners for you in your life, their speaking, their words have to come from a place of love. The Bible says, speaking the truth in love. If it's not in love, we don't need to say it, because it has to come from the right heart. Now, just because you say the truth in love does not mean that it's going to sound loving, or that it's going to sound, like music to the ears or anything like that. Because a lot of times when people that you love, that you trust, are saying things that, hey, you need to work on this. This is something that I see that is a challenge in your life, or this is the way that you're hurting me or hurting someone else in your relationship. These aren't things that we necessarily crave to hear. We want to hear the good things, but they come from the heart of, I love you too much to let you stay in that place. And they come from the heart of, I need to do my part as your friend and as someone who cares for you. Remember, we talked about before, your part, God's part, and their part. And when someone who is speaking truth over our lives, someone who's giving us counsel, is speaking from a place of love, they're trying to do their part. So try not to get too angry if people call things out for you, but they have to speak in love with the heart to see you grow. That's important. That's key. We need accountability. We need people who are going to be willing to tell us those hard things. We need that constant, I'm here for you, I'm here to help you. And not only that, but we also need that encouragement. I know whenever I'm working on Bible verses, it is so encouraging to me to have a few friends who are working on verses with me and text them and say, guys, I'm struggling with this. And then they send me some encouragement. I'm lifted up. Or just to hear them as they're working on the skill that we're trying to develop together. And it fills me with so much joy knowing that I'm not alone in this. And then even that growth, that here's where I see that you could be. Those people who see you not here in the stagnant place, but see you as what your potential is, where you could be. Having those people that see life in you, that see all the things that you could do. They see you not by your failures, not by your struggles, not by your setbacks, but they see you by all the potential that God has created you with. Like, why would you not want that in your life? Like I said, with Brandon and Rachel, those conversations that we would have that would often last an hour or two, sometimes longer, they weren't fun. They weren't always like I craved them, but I loved the way I knew that I would grow after. I always would think in my mind, just get through this part, get through this hard part. I know it'll be good at the end. And at the end, it would be good. Or, the next few days when I'm able to apply it and just work through, like, it would be so much better because our relationship would be good, because I know how much they love me and I know how much they care to speak life over me. And then the areas that I'm trying to grow in, I would feel so encouraged because I know that I'm not alone. I know that I'm not struggling in this area on my own, because I have people who are going to help me to grow, help me get where I want to be. There are two verses I want to share with you. 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Loving one another and building one another up. As we live in community with people, it's important that we're not just developing ourselves, that we're not just helping ourselves get better, but that we're able to build up the entire body. We're able to build those up around us. The true test of a leader is someone who not only develops themselves, but can support and develop those that are around them, bringing up the entire organization, the entire company, or just wherever you're working. If you can find ways to inspire people's talents, gifts, passions, skills, and help them to get better in those things, and just become more of an asset to whatever you're doing, you're not only helping your organization, your company, your friendship or relationships, but you're helping them overall in life. The things that we help people with, the ways that we build people up in character and our faith and professional areas and personal areas, those are things that go with you forever. There are things that I remember that Brandon and Rachel taught me that I still use today and have, gotten better in. Finances, for one. They gave me the skills and helped me to get better at managing my finances in a healthy way. So there are things that you can do to build other people up that will inspire them and impact them for so much longer than just that moment or that time frame that you're with them. The other verse I wanted to share with you is Hebrews 10:24 and 25. Let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another so much more as you see the day approaching. So we want to stir up love and good works in other people. We want to encourage other people. We want to see them just develop. We want to see them grow. We want to see the entire body, the entire community supported and encouraged. So what ways can you do that for people? How are you accountability for people? For me, I have a lot of friends who will contact me, call me, text me, and we'll just have lots of conversations about how we want to grow, and then check in with each other on those areas, and then pray for each other. That's so important. So I hope that you have someone in your life, or a bunch of someone's in your life, who you can consider like they keep you solid. They keep you on the right path, because that's something that just brings a little bit more beauty, a little bit more peace to our lives. Hope I was able to encourage you guys, and I'll see you later.